Previously, you learned how functions can be used to make your programs easier to read, and implemented the moveStraight function. However, for our moveStraight function to be really useful, we needed to accept a different target encoder count every time it is called. In this lesson, you will learn how parameters can be used to pass values into functions. In programming, you're able to pass data, things like integer numbers, decimal numbers, and characters, into functions using special variables called parameters. Passing a parameter allows a single function to perform slight differences in behavior. For example, these three robots are turning at three different angles, all using the same function, but with different values for the parameter. There are 4 steps to using parameters. First, decide the type of data the parameter will hold. Is the type of data being passed an integer, floating point number, character, string, or Boolean value? Second, give the parameter a name. Parameter names, like variable names, must be all one word, with no special characters, and not already used by Robot C. Step 3. Reference the new parameter within the function. Creating parameters and passing values into them will have no effect if the function doesn't actually use them. Referencing a parameter in a function works exactly the same as referencing a variable. Step 4. Call the function in task main and provide a value for the parameter. Now let's take a look at our moveStraight function. The problem with the current moveStraight function is that it only allows the robot to travel the target distance specified in the while loop. When we first created our function, nothing went in between this set of parentheses. When working with while loops and if statements, the space was reserved for conditions. But with functions, it's reserved for parameters. The target encoder count is what varies from one moving straight behavior to another, and is what controls the distance the robot travels, so it's what we'll be turning into a parameter. In this lesson, you'll learn the steps to creating and using a parameter, and identified what needs to change in the current moveStraight function. Move on to the next lesson to implement a parameter in the function.